Yes.
Yes.
What a day to do a webinar. Thanks for staying there
It's
for the
okay.
hurricane and the webinar.
My pleasure. I hope don't lose the power.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
wow. Diego, where are you? Good to see you again. How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Diego, where are you in Florida?
Right now I'm in Weston, so a little in the north of Miami. So we are good here because we are saying that the hurricane is hitting in Tampa.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's headed.
But we are in a warning about the wind, the rain, the flood.
Yeah. Well, worst case, just get in a boat and go out to sea,
Will be I think my 15th hurricane, so we are good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we are good.
Dude.
We are good.
Wow.
Well, thank you for doing this, buddy. And I love all the pins, man.
Yes.
Just in case anybody's wondering, I love those pins. What's your favorite pin? And then we'll get started, Diego. Out of all the ones you have got there.
No, I have pins. You called me veteran. I'm not army veteran, but I love the army. I have a lot of clients in the army, so they give me some gift. This one is from
nice.
Florida Army. This is being the top 5 producer in the United States. This is from the Army. This is from our association. I love the pins. This is like I am a notary also, Ron Notary.
Okay.
Nice. All right.
This is from the Army also.
Listen,
United
Diego,
States flag.
if there was a Dial Zara pin that Adam and Steve had created,
Absolutely.
you would wear
Absolutely.
it.
I can use.
Okay, guys.
Absolutely.
We're working on that. We're working on that. Very shiny.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll do some quick rounds. Steve, I've known for a while. He created a company called Prospect Now years back, and now he's teaming up with Adam, who is, sorry, Steve, the brains behind Dial Zara, right?
It's true.
And he's got support from Steve, experience running a big company and then having an exit. So Adam, Dial Zara, we'll go into that. But Diego, I messed up your last name, man. How do you pronounce it?
Kogutek.
Okay, I won't even try that, but Diego, I appreciate that.
You can say the okay. It's okay.
You are an amazing agent out in
Thank
Florida. And again, thank you for hanging in there through this hurricane, which is super scary.
My pleasure.
But you're actually doing amazing with an AI product that these guys built out. And I want to get into the details fast so that we over here in California can use it further, because you've been getting business from the way that this AI works. Can you explain to me what it is from your vision, since you've been using it, and how it's been helping you? And then I'll go to Adam.
Yes. First, I'm sorry for my English. I told Adam that I am English learner, so if I don't speak good, let me know. I will try my best.
Don't even worry, man. Money is a language for everyone. So you're making it. We're listening.
Absolutely. So what did Sarah for us is replace a lot of assistants that we had in the past. Like I fired like 5 assistants, replacing with Sarah. Sarah is a very good assistant. She doesn't ask for rise the salary. She never is tired. She works 24 hours. She's very polite. She has a lot of knowledge, knowledge about she can to silo. She can see. I can teach her my listings, about my listing, what is available, what is not available, the price of each rent, the price of each sale. She's very fast to learn and to read the information and to attend with that my customers, my clients, when then they call us. So right now, my phone number, you can't reach me without Sarah in the middle. Sarah,
Okay, so that's the part that I want to know. So you've put Zara, by the way, I put up the link there, guys, dialzara.com. You put that number for the AI virtual assistant
No,
as your main for
sorry,
everything?
I transferred my personal number, my work number to Sarah. So you can, it's not
Oh,
the
got it.
Sarah number, it's
Yeah,
mine, but it's 24 hours transferred
perfect.
to Sarah.
I see.
And Sarah can speak with my callers and know what they need, and then she can say them, okay, you can call, you can text to Diego, you can text to Diego assistants, you can
So you're
schedule
making
an
sure
appointment.
you're
Yes.
making sure that every call is being taken care of
Sorry.
because somebody is always picking up, and that's Zara, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Okay, Adam, when you started Zara, was that the ideal use that she would be like the interceptor of all calls because we're busy as agents, we're showing property, we're in the middle of a
Absolutely.
appointment.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. It's the best tool that I have. Really.
Yeah, yeah. So the actually the original vision was to replace the kind of the traditional after hours answering service. But I think Diego, I think you got on board back in January, and along with some other customers, we noticed, hey, these guys are taking hundreds and hundreds of calls, and so it's about a 50-50 split. There's still, for the people who want to be that first line of interaction, but can't always pick up the phone. Dial Zara acts as a backstop, and then others like Diego, they've made Zara the phone face of the company 24/7. So it's originally was just designed to be kind of a backstop, but it works for both use cases.
Okay, I like that. So how have you seen, because you're the one that said Diego is doing amazing with this. How have you seen Diego use this, specifically Diego, and how are you seeing him get business?
Well, it's interesting. So Diego signed up, and he had been a customer for maybe a month or two. And I like to check in, right? Obviously, as we're an early stage company, I'm the founder. I want to talk to all of our customers. And so I grabbed Diego's number from our CRM, and I called him from my cell phone to just say how's it going and introduce myself. And Zara picked up, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And so I said, hey, I'm just calling for Diego. Please tell him I called. And then 2 minutes later, I get a text message on my phone, and it's from Diego, and it's like, "Hey, thanks for calling." So Diego has extended the capabilities of Dial Zara beyond just answering the phone through Zapier. So we've got a Zapier integration, and Diego set that up perfectly so that every time a call comes in, a Zapier trigger fires, and then he's using that to update his CRM in Pipedrive, or add records to Pipedrive and put them in this lifecycle marketing funnel via text. And I'll let him speak to the success of that. But he's Diego, I keep track of these stats, and he's taken 800 or 900 calls a month with Dial Zara. So and we're in October. He started in January, so I can only assume it's been fruitful for him.
I like that. All right. So how are you seeing this turn into money, Diego?
It's cheaper that have assistants. This is your question. You asked that. Okay.
I want to know how Zara is getting you appointments, how Zara is making sure that clients get to you faster so that you can make money.
Okay. Sarah is an automatic tool, no? She takes the call of my clients. Can be clients, can be another brokers, can be realtors. She can she does a conversation with them. It's not like an answer machine. She can converse with speak with them.
Okay.
And then my caller get a text with all our info. Also, I receive an email that I forward that email to my human assistant, and then then read what Sarah, because Sarah sent me an email with a summary of the conversation, no?
Yep.
Okay, the client asked me for that. I answered that. He asked me for schedule an appointment to see that property. I asked him to send me a text or Sarah also send a link of my agenda to so the client can schedule automatically and by self an appointment or a showing. And then my human assistants also uh, start a follow of the client. And also, if my assistant forget or didn't read the email, with Zapier, the caller is getting into my pipe drive. So I have it's making a deal. So I have a deal
Okay.
that I have an action. Tomorrow you have to call that client or that realtor or that caller that he called you yesterday.
Perfect.
Hey, Diego, you know, I used to be in commercial real estate a number of years ago. And one of the things I remember is you never know who's calling you. Sometimes it's like your next deal, right? Other times maybe it's just a tire kicker, right? That really isn't that serious about a listing. Do you find that Zara is useful in kind of helping you prioritize who you should be talking to, like when you get inbound phone calls, or how does that work?
Um, she helps me to have time to work really, because most of realtors, I know Florida, no, I don't know the other states. In Florida, they don't have assistants. They have to take the call, do the showings, write the contracts, argue with another realtors, argue with the broker. It's a big work to do alone.
Oh, so she's freeing you up
Absolutely,
to do
absolutely,
I got it.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Sarah
cool.
take all the calls. You have time to read who called you. Uh, when you have time, you can do at the night if you don't have assistant. You can read the call, answer some call, delete some calls. But really, it's good to know that I think we are in a process of the society to to accept the AIs, because I live with a lot of brokers. You called me veteran brokers. I live with a lot veteran brokers that sometimes they are angry speaking with an AI, and they send you an email. Oh, you you have an AI. You are not real. Yes, we are real. We have to we have to take all the tools that is in the market and is in that year. No.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Well, I have a question for Adam or Steve here, Diego. Adam or Steve, do you guys have an example of what this sounds like so that we can take a look at what we expect if we're looking to use this as agents?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways to go do that. And actually, I think what I would encourage everybody to do, to the extent that they're interested, is I think you dropped a link in the chat.
Yeah.
There's a button on there. You can call our AI agent directly, the one for Dial Zara.
Okay.
And I think that's the best way to test it out.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me
because it's like we're using our own tech, right, Tristan?
Where would I go and test this out? I won't do it live. I just want to know.
Yeah, so the number is right there, 866-545 Zara.
Oh, there. I missed that completely. Okay.
Yeah, I got to make it a little
Maybe
bit.
we should make that bigger. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be like, let's put this one like the size of this whole thing. It'd be like,
Yeah.
talk to me.
I'm with you.
I like this. All right. So you know what? I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to dump it in.
And Tristan, while you're playing with that, the thing to keep in mind is this version of Zara, right, is trained to talk about obviously Dial Zara and how it can help your business. What every customer gets is the opportunity, just like Diego has done, to train their own version of Zara, right? And so the more Diego uses it and the more he goes in and optimizes it, the more it does what he wants, right?
Okay, so explain that to me, because that's machine learning, right? And so you're telling me that all of us individually that sign up can train our own AI to function like we want them to function, right? So then explain that to me, how it would work if I'm just starting today, and how it would learn along the way. How do I make it learn? Just by taking calls, or what would be the process?
Yeah. So when I started the company, ChatGPT had just, kind of just come on the scene, and this new phrase came out called prompt engineering, which we've probably all heard by now. And I got good at it very quickly, obviously, because I'm building a product that has a lot to do with prompt engineering. But I realized that most of my website visitors were not, they weren't spending their time thinking about being the best prompt engineer in the world. And so what we do that I think is a differentiator between other services in the market is we actually have it's a 3-step questionnaire where you fill out what's the name of your company, who are your target customers, what do you want your AI agent to know, and then we put that through another prompt that converts it into a very structured, very, I would say 95% complete prompt for your AI agent for your specific use case. From there, we have what I call the test chat. And this is an interface where you can chat just like you would chat with ChatGPT and kind of preview, hey, what's my AI agent saying when somebody asks this question? What's it saying when it asks that question? And so you can kind of preview what it's going to say, make sure it's correct, and then quickly make any edits that you need to get it from 95 to 100. There's some other cool features as well, such as if you've got a website, you can, plug that in and we'll scrape all the data from the website, put that in the agent's brain. So it has all that information.
So you don't have to do it. It does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, Tristan. You don't have to do a ton of work, right? Because like even the website, like Adam said, it's kind of cool. You point it to the website, now it knows all your contact info, how to get in touch, everything about the business that you're already telling the market is now part of the prompt. So if Diego's client calls up and asks a question about his business, it already knows a lot of that stuff, and then it gets refined over time. So
Okay, I like that. So then how would let's say I'm just starting, what's the best practice to get started and use it correctly so that I can emulate what Diego did in his business?
Well, step one is sign up for it. We have a 7-day free trial. So you've got time to,
That was the easy one, dude. That was a good assumption. I like that.
that was the softball, right?
Yeah. So
right down the middle.
7-day free trial, so you can fine tune it. And obviously, in addition to the test chat, like we set up a unique phone number for the AI agent, and that's what Diego was referencing earlier. So he's got his main number that he's had for however 10 years, and he's got that to forward to he's set up call forwarding so that calls to that number go to his agent's number, which during this trial testing period, you can call that number yourself, talk to it yourself, role play with it yourself. And we're here to support you as well. So, we've got, support Monday through Friday, it goes straight to me. And, I'm happy to, sit down with you, dig into it, and, make it work right for you. I think the other big piece, and this is something that, Diego just figured out on his own, is the integration to Zapier, to do those cool things like, hey, send my callers a follow-up text, add this, this deal to my contract. So that's the other piece of it. And we've got,
there you go.
Yeah, we've got a lot of resources on that in our help center as well.
I like that. All right, Diego, going back to you. Uh, are you going to be applying Dial Zara to anything else that you're using, or are you just using it as your main, I guess, phone number or assistant?
No, right now it's my main phone number. And I want to add something. If you are realtor, if you are agent, you have to teach good to Sarah, the prompt, I mean, what she can do and what she can't do. Because I explained to Adam, sometimes I got a call from a wholesaler that
Okay.
in Florida, verbal contracts are legal. You can do a verbal contract if you record the contract is legal. And he tried to do a contract with Sarah of one house that I have for sale in the half of the price. And
Oh,
he knows that he's speaking with an AI, and he told, okay, I want to do a
mm.
bidding contract with you. I want to buy this house for the half of the price. And luckily, Sarah said not. But I didn't teach that.
That
So
is so cool.
yes,
Adam, did you
So
know that?
yes. I don't know what will happen. I spoke that with my broker. What will happen if Sarah say yes?
Yeah.
We have to go to the court and explain to the judge that was an AI and no was me.
Adam, did you know that that was happening and that happened or no?
Yeah, Diego told me about it. When I tried to reach out to him for that check-in call, we communicated via email.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah,
and then Diego, you put that, you kind of made that official as part of the prompt then that says, hey, if
Absolutely.
somebody tries to negotiate with you,
Yes.
you don't do that, right?
Yes. You can't discriminate
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your conversations. Don't do that. It's the same like an assistant, You know,
right. Yeah, you're
sometimes
training,
yes, sometimes an assistant can say something wrong and you have to pay that.
right.
But in Sarah it's easier because you can put in the prompt, so you can
You know,
review
it,
that many
it's
times.
interesting. When Tesla was first doing the self-driving cars, I
Hmm.
remember hearing a quote from Elon about these cars are actually going to be safer in the long term than the human driver.
Yeah.
But in the short term, of course, it's new, so there's apprehension, right, around that. I'm wondering, Diego, in your experience, do you think that Zara ultimately will be, or maybe already is, I'm actually very curious, a better assistant than a human assistant?
Already is.
Wow.
Already is. Yes.
Hmm.
I
How
I'm
how
sure
so?
about that.
How so?
She's most intelligent that all of us because she has access to all the web, to all the knowledge that is in the web, no? But you can also add her, okay, the Zillow page, the Realtor.com page, my personal page. Every week I teach her all of my listings. I upload the new listings. She's very fast to read, uh, to answer. My assistants can't do that in a conversation. They have to ask to my client, okay, wait me, I will call you tomorrow with the information. Sarah doesn't need that. She can answer all the questions right now.
So at what point, guys, so thank you, Diego. Adam and Steve, then at what point does Zara stop talking real estate because she doesn't have a real estate license, right? And then transfer or stop and say, hey, I can't answer that question. Let me get you an agent.
yeah. So that would be part of your setup process in terms of giving her those guidelines about
Okay.
and where that boundary is, and
Do
then
you do you help us set that up so that we're like we don't screw
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
It's part of the prompt. I mean, it's interesting. We have some lawyers that use the service and they, make it clear. I'm an AI agent. I can't give legal advice, right? Stuff like that. So it's all part of the prompting. And what's interesting is, Adam was a really like an early mover in this space, and built a minimum viable product about a year ago, maybe a little more, right, Adam? And so as a result, we've been learning, right? We've benefited from having customers a lot sooner than everybody else, and then learning about all this stuff and how to put these safeguards in place for our customers. So yeah, it's been pretty cool. But yeah, that's all part of the prompt.
Sorry, also she's able to transfer the call
Yeah.
in the call in live. So you can ask, I want to speak with a human. Okay, let me transfer it to my human assistant.
That's so cool. I love that part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tell me
'cause
about-
for sure, like the goal, right? We're not trying to replace humans here. We're trying to free Diego, right, to do the stuff that he's really good at, and as opposed to doing stuff that is more mechanical in nature. So,
I love that. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Diego, I'd like to talk to you later on to see how you're doing with this.
Me too.
As more agents start using this, I'm sure this will even get even more amazing. So I did put up the test her out, the live demo number, so you guys can test her out there. I put up the link to the pricing. So take a look at it there. Kevin says free Diego. Yeah, I love that. Yes, Diego, we've got to free you up. Adam, Steve, Diego, thanks so much for your time, guys.
hey, thanks, guys. Thanks, Diego. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tristan.